Right, so. Oi, oi, Savaloi, and welcome to We Talk About Horses and Snakes, a Basilisk podcast. My name is Mr. Boone, next to me is Ben, and behind us sits Jakes. You right? So, we're not really sure exactly what this is going to be. Obviously, we are the Basilisks, previously the Basilisk Wears Airwalk. We've just brought out an album. We sing about horses and snakes, so we're going to talk about horses and snakes. Obviously, you'll all know Ben from Squid Physics, and Jakesy is our drummer from the Basilisk, and I play bass. So we've had that out the way, like the whole housekeeping thing. Like I said, we're not really sure exactly what this is going to be, but we're just going to have a little chat, and we're just going to see if it turns into something good. I do want to bring attention to the soundboard, this little thing here. So that this is going to be a lot of fun. So we've got little snippets from our songs.
This cat's a maniac!
That's Pingo Rodeo,
Treacherous cunts! Treacherous cunts!
Krusty Croc,
Fuck you! But do you promise?
Bear Song,
I'm in your house, can you find me?
I'm in Your House.
Guess what?
And then we've got 3 different levels of Oi Oi Savaloys.
Oi, oi, Savaloy! Oi, oi, Savaloy!
And then the big boy.
Oi, oi, Savaloy! Big Mac.
My idea for this originally, because you were supposed to have the soundboard. So basically Jake's is going to be kind of...
You can still hit it from there.
Yeah.
I literally did not say a word and it got took off me.
Yeah. Well, that's because when I was doing the sound check, you were just fucking beating the shit out of it. But, so Jake's is going to... So it's obviously like going to be like me and Ben. And then Jake's is going to be like a little bit of like a Jamie, like a Joe Rogan type of thing. Like we'll just kind of like speak when spoken to. Do some research for us. But I had a real good idea of like when Jakesy was just using the soundboard, like you could only speak through soundboard terms. So it's just like you've got like the 6 different emotions on there. So we just have to kind of guess how you're feeling. How do you feel about that? Or shall we just let you speak?
Oi, oi, Savaloy!
Great. Right. So Ben.
Yeah.
Obviously, like everyone knows you from like Squid Physics and stuff. But like we don't really want to talk like about that. Like I just think that we just want to just have a laugh really. And
I
just
reckon to start off we should just like have a question about horses and snakes and just bury that joke so that people don't think that's...
Well, that's exactly what I've fucking done.
Right,
like
let's do it.
that's exactly what I've done. So obviously it's called like We Talk About Horses and Snakes. We're not going to be talking about horses and snakes. That's just a fucking nice little pun from the album. So I did some research last night, and I've got 3 facts about horses and 3 facts about snakes, and one's fake, 2 are real, right?
So we are talking about horses.
So we are talking about horses and snakes, but I'm not doing it like if this ever turns into like a weekly thing. Or if we do more than just...
Yeah, we're going to do something different.
Yeah, or if we do more than like 1 episode, I'm not doing horse research every fucking week or every 2 weeks.
Well, you'll have learned it all after the first couple.
Well, yeah, that's it. Like, well, because the research that I did, I like did like terms from like the band and stuff to find really, you know, shit that actually links to us. I was up all night doing it. So... I'll read them all out. So there's 3 horse ones and 3 snake ones, right?
What do we do? True or false?
No, so there's 3 facts about horses. 1 of them's fake. 3 facts about snakes. 1 of them's fake.
Okay.
Right? So I'll just read them all out, and then you can say which is the fake horse and which is the fake snake. Yeah. Right. So.
This feels like an icebreaker at a new job.
That would be the fucking best interview ever, wouldn't it? Right, I've got 3 facts about horses, 3 facts about snakes.
Tell me which ones are fake.
Right, so, horse.
Your job relies on this.
So, in Germany, there's a Savoy, that was made out of horses, like out of horse meat, because horse meat's legal in Germany, right?
I think I might have had it.
The only one.
No, I had horse meat in where was it? Belgium.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
A horse Savoy, yeah?
Was it a Savoy?
It was like a kebab patty,
Bicky burger.
but yeah, similar consistency to a Savoy.
Right. And it just wasn't that great. No.
Bicky burger, yeah. It
Right. So there was a horse meat Savoy that they sold in Germany, but it was banned in 2005 because the owner of the company was really racist. So it's not so much that it was banned, but it was like just nobody bought it. Like everybody just kind of said like fuck this company because the owner of the company that made the horse meat Savoy was like almost like a Nazi. He was really racist. So
this is all the first fact.
yeah,
Fucking hell.
right. So it was banned because no one wanted to buy a horse meat Savoy that was owned by a racist. Okay.
Okay.
Second one. There was a horse called Savoy, right?
Right.
And he was a racing horse. It was like a pure breed in Ireland, right? So he was a like purebred racing horse, and he was worth about like 500k. You know what I mean? Because obviously, like he won like a few rounds and stuff, and people wanted him for breeding. And he was stolen by Irish gypsies, and they made £100,000 ransom for Savoy the horse. And the guy paid it because he was like, well, this horse is worth like 500k, you know.
He did his maths.
100 grand for it back's worth it. So he paid the 100 grand and then he met the gypsies at the spot, paid them it. And then they said, right, a Savoy's in that barn. Went into the barn and then fucking slit his throat. So they basically just killed the horse. So they slit the horse's throat, took the money. But I don't get why they killed it because that was just a little bit...
Too much, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Right, third horse fact. Oi Oi, the horse. So there was a horse called Oi Oi. And he won the Grand National in 1982. And he was called Oi Oi. Right? Snake facts. So just...
Are we going straight into
yeah,
snakes?
so just... So just those three in your head, just fucking bank them. So we've got...
Yeah, they're in there.
Savoy...
Racist horse. Savoy.
Racist horse.
Poorly neck horse.
Savalos stolen by gypsies. Oi Oi the horse won the Grand National. Right. Snake facts. There's an Indian village that worships snake eggs. And one of the village elders accidentally ate one of the snake eggs in like an omelette, thinking that it was just from like a chicken. And then the village found out, and then like they just fucking sacrificed him. They just killed him.
That's an organisational problem. Then.
Yeah.
You don't blame him.
Yeah.
If you've got your snake eggs,
Yeah.
someone's going to think of it.
Also, just don't worship something that's very similar to something that you eat. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you know, the second one is like you have like pictures of like those big fucking snakes that eat like that can stretch their bodies.
Like an anaconda.
Anaconda, is it? Right. So a bloke woke up one morning, went down to his garden, and his shed. It was like a small shed, but his shed was eaten by a anaconda. And like when like you see like a picture of like a cow or something, and it's just
had
wrapped.
a shed in it.
Yeah, and it's just like wrapped in like a snake. So there was like a shed shaped anaconda. I don't know why it ate the shed, but so that's snake fact number 2. And the third one is the company Airwalk, named after our original band, the Basilisk Wears Airwalk.
Named after our band.
No, I mean, our original name of the band was named after...
Close. I can't remember which one.
It's about the same time.
I think at this point we're probably more famous than Airwalk. Do you know what I mean? So Airwalk shoes made some snake skin skate shoes, but nobody bought them, and they only lasted about 6 months because there was like really expensive, but Airwalk's like a charity brand in it. You know, like no one buys Airwalk, so like they brought out some expensive Airwalk snakeskin. No one bought them, so they got discontinued. So you've got your free snake facts, your free horse facts. Jake, see what do you reckon is the true horse fact? No, sorry, the false horse fact.
False horse fact.
I can't remember them all now.
So there was
So right,
Bicky Beggar snake.
right. So your horse
Racist
facts.
Bicky Beggar.
So racist horse Savoy banned in Germany. Savoy the horse was stolen by gypsies, held for ransom, but then got his throat slit. Or Oi Oi the horse won the Grand National. So which is the fake one?
I think.
Gypsies?
I think the gypsy one.
Yeah, you're selling that one pretty well there. I don't know. I'm gonna say, yeah, the other two are definitely true. Yeah, the gypsy one.
Right. Gypsy one fake. Okay. Snake one, which is the fake one. So the village elder who accidentally ate a snake egg and got killed.
He's an elder as well.
Yeah, elder.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. It's like the elder was probably the one that came up with the rule as well. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. So village elder was killed for accidentally eating a snake head. Snake egg. The snake ate a shed, or Airwalk made snakeskin sneakers.
I reckon the shed one.
I think the shed, mainly because I think...
Why would
I
it
think
eat
I've
it?
seen that on Simpsons or something before.
Yeah.
I think that's where you got it from.
Right. So
I can just imagine the cat like in the back garden.
Yeah,
of
why would it
Simpsons
eat a
with
shed?
Perfect.
It's not even moving, is it?
no.
Good.
So you're both saying shed and you're both saying gypsy
Yeah.
stolen.
Treacherous cunts!
They're all fake.
Brilliant.
Like, do you actually think there's like horses called Oi Oi and fucking
Oh yeah, well, why not?
and like racist
Well, no.
Savoy German fucking horse sausages?
You went to all that effort.
I would-
Idiot. I went to all that effort,
the realest
and then as soon as Ben showed me the soundboard and I heard treacherous cunts, I was like, I'm definitely using that.
Brilliant.
Right, so now we never have to talk about horses and snakes ever again. Yeah,
What else is there?
yeah. I mean, if you want to do some research on some horses and snakes,
I'll have a little
yeah.
gander.
So, was there anything that you wanted to talk about, Ben? Because me and you always talk about how much we found influencers like really,
Yeah.
really fucking funny.
We'll just get on with it. I don't know.
So it's like me and Ben always. I mean, like, have we ever said to you any like? There's obviously one person that we're like basing this on.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, he's got a fan base in you two, hasn't he, really?
Yeah, but we don't just want to like turn this into like taking the piss out of a certain person. But it's like
There's like a whole subculture on Instagram of these Instagram producer
Yeah.
influencers.
Take it to
Yeah, so-
sort of people.
it's like not really influencers, is it? It's like more like the subgenre of like people that like sell
beats.
sell beats on Instagram. But then I'd put them in the same thing as like influencers and stuff like that. And it's like the thing with them is what I wanted to ask you to is like, you know, like the actual influencers, like the one that's like the ones that like act like they've like made it, and it's like, have they or haven't they? Because like I've always wanted to know like how much they actually do earn.
Yeah.
But then it's the whole which came first thing is like, are influencers people that are already rich, and then just like that's the only skill that they've got is to influence people, or is
That's
it?
how it starts.
Or is it people that get rich from like kind of doing it?
I think it's both.
Yeah, I think it starts to snowball.
He's at both and everywhere in between.
But yeah, it's like the thing is, it's like
But the majority will be people faking it, I think.
yeah,
So,
that's the problem. Is that it's like you can show your stuff off on Instagram and show that you're working hard and making music and stuff, but it's just the fakeness of it.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
But it's like
so serious. Might as well be talking about climate.
it's just the fakeness of it all.
No, but oh come on.
Come on. No, but like, I know what you're saying though, because it's from someone like you, like the way that you are with like your audience and stuff. Like you're real kind of like humble, and it's like you like take more of like a hands off.
It's easy when you don't speak.
No, but like on social media, like you take more of like a hands off because you just let like, as cheesy as it sounds, like the music do, like the talking.
Yeah, but I would like to talk more and interact. Like he has got. I say he.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He's got the confidence, hasn't he? You can't
Yeah.
knock him for that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
And skill.
But so because we saw about like influencers like saying that they had like a massive like big thing that they was saying like, oh yeah, like I've got this big announcement to make, and like it was like that they was just basically selling a certain product, and then like from like this one that we follow, like I went on like the hashtag what they left, and there was literally like hundreds of people that made the same thing, just saying, oh yeah, like I've got this big fucking deal that like
That's
I'm
the
doing.
problem. They all say the same things, and they're all following each other. And
Yeah.
They're just saying the same things to each other. It's
Yeah.
like, who's actually getting influenced here? It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like,
So it's like
Children.
children,
I
yeah.
sure hope not.
That's
Have
the
you seen
thing.
his page?
Yeah.
Did you see his post yesterday, man? It's we know who we talk about. We
Yeah,
just
yeah.
talk about Alexander.
Yeah.
It's like it's just funny to watch. It's not like we're hating on him. It's just by now it's just got this. We've followed him. We've been an avid fan since
Yeah.
since what we've followed all his evolutions, haven't we? Like,
Evolution.
It's no different to watching trash TV, is it?
yeah,
No.
it's just- yeah.
So yes, all right. So we'll say it. We're talking about Alexander, influencer from Hull, and it's like not like we're hating or anything. It's just like
It's like morbid curiosity.
yeah. It's like
Yeah, you just can't look away
no, like
because it's
Escapism.
you just watch it and you're just like, what's actually going on? And like I'm just really really curious, like how much they earn. You can research like how much the average influencer earns. Do your fucking job.
a vague question, though, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah, that's not coming up very.
well, just don't search like the Microsoft file bar then.
No, but the thing about like Alex is that like I think he is actually pretty talented and stuff at producing and that, but it's all about how do you make it in the music industry, and his posts are just first of all just having a go at the person. Like he comes on and he's just
Yeah.
like, you are fucking doing it wrong.
Yeah,
You need a fucking dope look and a big bag of cash.
yeah.
That's how he gets to where
And
the
it's
music
like, well,
industry.
that's why I want to get
Yeah.
like. That's why I want to make it in the music industry, so that I have that big bag
Yeah.
of cash.
No.
And it's like, I have some people like saying that they've got $30. Fuck you, man. It's like what the. It's like you can't talk to your audience like that, can you? Do you know what I mean?
No, it's like, and then he is good at music, and have you seen his VST that he did? He's got a full VST, like like it's all like dark, spooky sounds and stuff, but it's got all his like branding on it and stuff, and it's got like
Yeah.
he's got a 10-minute video where he's talking you through it, and he sounds like really proud of it, and he's like, oh yeah, you just like in a real normal accent. Oh yeah, you go on here and you get a few sounds like this and that and that. Then the next thing you go on his fucking Instagram and he's just like taking pictures. He's just like promoting, like just showing off. He's about to get his dick sucked, isn't he? Like,
Yeah. And it's like, just be proud
Yeah.
of like the thing that you've
You do
made.
something great here, and then you
Yeah.
fucking spoil it.
Yeah.
I'd like to see more of that side of it, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So we'll link his Instagram account on the video so you can all go fucking.
Might as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because that's what we're talking about. So obviously we're all from Hull, East Yorkshire, and that's where he's from. I mean, me and Ben have had like a long history of kind of like I'm not gonna say like that we like trolled him because
We did.
yeah
Absolutely, I'm all up with it.
Who were on the front row of one of his gigs moshing?
yeah I don't
I
know
feel bad for all that, man. But you
Yeah.
can't, well, we did that in the back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't, you know.
yeah
I don't care now. I just don't care. Like he lives on the same street. He lives at the end
Oh,
of the street.
really?
I see him all the time, so
Yeah.
I don't have a problem.
That's
but
the-
when I see him in real life, he's real sound. He's just like, oh, now then, Ben.
yeah
And then he goes online. He's like, do you know, fucking Dark Trap Messiah or whatever.
Eggman. No, but it's so it's like so when me and Ben was and GXE was in like Basilisk, so like that basically started in like 2010, and then we just did like the 10-year reunion and stuff. That's why we're doing this podcast to market the album.
Is that why?
Yeah, that's why.
No more reason.
Yeah.
Album sales.
Yeah,
Did not realise.
album sales. But it's so it's like when like we was in that like local scene and stuff, we basically followed him. But like to be honest, I think that we thought that he was like really good because everyone else was just doing like metal and stuff, and he was like
I
Really
appreciate
good.
his creativity.
Yeah,
he's
like-
always going for it. And
Yeah,
he's always
like-
got a new character. Or
like
something.
he just always went for it. You know what I mean? And that's exactly
But
that's
when's he just gonna become himself?
Yeah.
That's when he'll
Yeah.
make it.
yeah.
No, what?
Yeah. So like the whole online like personality thing, it's like it just makes it really hard to know like who like the real person is.
Yeah.
And I just think that's like kind of the problem. And it's just it's like really easy to make like a fake online.
He's come up with this whole character. It's
Yeah.
like a ghostwriter in it. It's like, but and then Ghostcraft, like he obviously runs that page as well. So it's just like
Yeah.
it's all he's like talking to himself across Instagram
Yeah.
and stuff. It's just mental. Ghostcraft.
And that's
I
the
like
thing,
him
because
so
it's like I don't even know how you earn money off of Instagram. Like, not
not off when you got that many bot followers.
yeah. Well, yeah, like that's the thing. Like, is it like paid followers? Because like I can remember when we first started Peagle, our comic. What?
Apparently, you can get sponsored Instagram posts. I'm guessing that's how a lot of them make money. You know, they can advertise clothing or whatever.
Yeah.
Influencers earn on average between $41 and $3,100. So there's a
Well, yeah. So
all right.
yeah.
pretty bold
So
survey.
it obviously all depends how much likes you get on it and shit.
Yeah,
It's like
depending on what followers you
it's like
But did you see that one where he came out and was like, yeah, power moves and all that, like Finn about to do that. He talks
Yeah,
like the fucking
yeah.
Urban Dictionary for a
Yeah.
start, doesn't he?
yeah, and it's like when he said that,
Power moves.
it was because he was advertising. Yeah,
Credit card.
it was like massive power moves today, and I was like, wow, like what's this new thing that you're gonna do? And he was advertising that he was, the thing he was just advertising a like credit card that you can buy, and I was like, wow,
What
like
even a big one? It was like we go on the thingy and it's just like 1,000 followers. It's just some. I don't.
Yeah.
Even, what was it?
it's just some alternative credit card.
It had Fire Festival vibes all
Like
over.
yeah. Well, yeah, because it's like when you're talking about how much influencers earn, like the thing that made me think, oh fucking hell, like this is like a full industry. Did you watch the Internet Historian video? Is like my favorite YouTuber, about Fire Festival, and then no, because that's just because you mentioned Fire Festival, and one of the Kardashians was asked to post about like I'm basically going to Fire Festival, do you know? And she basically never even went. She had no intention of going. She was just asked to post #Fire Festival, and she got paid like, what was it, like 750 grand for it. So she was paid 750 grand to just say that she was going somewhere that she never went to.
Yeah.
And it's like, those end, yeah, like that's like the influencers, but like you obviously start out by like what we're saying about
that's nothing close to
this
the
guy that we
representation
follow.
of a normal Instagrammer.
No,
That's
but
like top tier fame.
yeah.
AAA celebrities.
Yeah, so like that's what I mean. Like, how much do you think he got from just advertising that credit card?
I can't
Could have
imagine.
been anywhere.
I just really want to know, though. Do you know what I mean?
£50 and a few grand, could it? Like,
But if
Yeah.
you go off his like the numbers and
Yeah,
stuff,
what
he's
are
got
his-
like 200,000 followers on Instagram or something.
it could have been like over £1 grand. Like, who knows?
Yeah.
It's a lot of people to talk to potentially. Isn't it? Weigh it out.
It's like personally, like, I mean, obviously, I'm just like a normal person with like a normal job, but I just couldn't be asked to just put on this constant.
No, it must be exhausting.
Yeah, like
to
it must
just
be
do it all the
exhausting
time.
to just have this like constant front and be like, maybe you just sit down and just like want to like work on like your music, what he does, like his art and craft. But it's like, oh shit, I like need to make a fucking saucy post saying that I'm about to fucking shag some goth or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Where am I going to get a golf?
Yeah, and it's like, so it's like fair enough. Like all of these women, like that he posts about, he probably does fuck them, but it's like he probably has to ring them and be like, oh, would you be able to come round so that I can make like an Instagram story just to like basically keep up my rep and stuff. It's just I just couldn't be arsed with it, you know.
No.
It's like you said, just make your music, like
Yeah.
just basically just do the thing that you want to do. But
Depends on your priorities, doesn't it? If he's out there to make a shitload of money, he's probably doing the right thing.
then that's the thing that like me and Ben talk about. Does he make a
How
shitload
much
of money?
I really make? I don't know.
Because he lives near us. Like he's not some guy in like a Hollywood
Cheap part
mansion.
of Hull. It's
Yeah,
like,
he just lives in like a cheap part of Hull, like we do. Do you know?
Yeah.
and it's I don't know. He could.
But it's what you said at the beginning. Like you've got to put out that image. It's a big part of getting to that point where you are making money is to look like you're
Making money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
then that's why he's gone all out and got like this the 808 and shit. Like,
yeah, it's like when you start off and you're like, "Hey guys, how you doing?" You're not talking to anyone. You're saying hello to nobody.
yeah.
You know, it's the
Yeah.
same sort of thing. It's like you're kind of thinking ahead.
He literally crafts his like images, like all these magazine articles about him. I swear they're all written by the same person and stuff.
yeah,
It's just,
that's
they've
like
all
the
used the
worst thing.
same word in major
Yeah.
credits and
It's like
like. it's
one of
all
the
same.
articles, right? One of the articles, it was like on that episode of The Office when, you know, when someone comes to write an article about David Brent and he won't let the person write the article. He just keeps on speaking in a term that they're supposed to write.
Third
He's like,
person of him, yeah.
he's like, Brent mused and laughed and said, do you know, like, and honest, so
It's funny because my dad always says that Alex is like a Gervais character as well.
yeah,
like
so
made up. Well, he's made
yeah,
up, and it's not
yeah.
Alex. Like,
So it's like on this article that was like written about Alexander on this like Hip Hop Weekly thing. The end of the article was like, and after the interview, I walked out the door and there was 5 girls waiting in a line, and I turned and looked at Alex and he winked at me, and at that moment I knew this guy is the real deal, and I'm like, he's fucking wrote that himself. Do you know what I mean?
definitely.
Yeah,
They all use the same wording and stuff.
yeah.
He might have wrote that when he was 14. Just in his diary.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like a fantasy, just like a fanfic.
Tinnies, anyone?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
have
go on then.
no, I'm alright actually. I've got a crony.
You got Chrome.
Yeah.
No Fosters.
I don't know. I mean, like, it's like I said, like, it feels weird doing like our first kind of topic, almost like hating on something, but it's like,
But I'm not hating him, man. Like I just find it like
Yeah.
it's you do you, innit?
Yeah,
like, you
yeah.
keep doing you. If it's working
Yeah.
good for you, like the reason I feel like I said to you, like I don't want to go after like just slating anyone, but the reason he asks for it, he's fucking constantly. If you message him anything, you've asked him a couple
Yeah.
of questions. If you message him anything.
Yeah.
You fucking make him feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You asked him to get signed. He didn't sign you, did he? And like, do you know what I mean? he thinks he's above everyone else when he's not. He's at the same level.
Yeah.
He's just at the same
Yeah.
level as everyone else, and it's
Yeah.
like you can.
And it's like without like blowing like smoke up your ass, it's like your like YouTube channel and stuff, it's like mega successful, like 800,000 subs. You've got millions upon millions of views on like one video that you earn like a decent fucking whack from, and your ego is nowhere near, do you know, the ego of...
Yeah, but then he said in a lot of his videos, he says about when he's signing people, they've got to be ego free. Like, and
It's like, how do you work for
you're
someone?
not ego free if
Yeah.
you know you're acting.
There's only enough room, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta leave all the ego for me.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's like...
just funny. Like, who's he trying to be? Takeshi 6ix9ine? Like, because didn't his career end badly? Like, you know, if you, like,
Well, what happened to him?
you're gonna do it in prison.
Yeah, I think something like he got extradited to like his like country or something, didn't he?
Oh, I thought it was to do with being a pedo. I didn't know.
Oh, I don't know. Fuck knows.
No.
I don't know. They're all pedos, aren't they?
No, but it's just, yeah, it's just fun to watch.
I mean, like, without making this too much of like an interview for you, it's like, have you ever felt like with like your kind of like YouTube channel and like stuff like that, like, have you ever felt like you have like an ego at all, or have you always just managed to keep that in check, or
In the past, yeah.
or is that something that like you have to like do manually, if you know what I mean?
You have to learn to work with it, because everyone has an ego, don't they? But like, if you let your ego take over, that's when it. If you learn to work with it, like if you don't have any sort of character, you know one, aren't you? So
Yeah.
it's like, but if you know,
Yeah, that's like lack of confidence, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're just never going to want to try and do
but
anything.
yeah, you just try not to let it take over. It's
I think that having an ego is probably a good thing, like overall. But it's just
it's learning how to
Yeah.
to use it.
because I think everyone has like an ego, like even
Even you, Jakes.
yeah,
Me?
yeah.
I'm alright.
You're alright. A shot of you just so people.
What feels weird now is because like the kind of like the whole like plan for this podcast was that it's oh fair. Are you going for like the first person view?
Yeah.
Oh, you got the big white boy on.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's Jake's actual Alsatian.
Actual one.
Yeah.
It's not at all.
I was actually listening to Jakesy in my van today, the song. Yeah, not you. And I just found it real funny. Do you know the line, swapped it for a German Shepherd, have you? Well, I guess that's up to you. I'm like, of course it's up to you. Like, who the fuck is Ben to tell you? Like, all right, okay. Well, I think that's the wrong fucking choice, but like...
It's the ego talk.
Like,
Yeah.
He thinks he's
yeah,
better.
that's the fucking YouTube ego. Like, if you want to get a dog, mate, get a dog. I don't give a fuck. Ben does.
He actually has a real problem with it.
Right, so are we done on, like, fucking trashing...
Larkman. No, Alex, if you do see this, keep it up, whatever it is you're doing, because we love it.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's what I mean. I just don't want to be, like, a fucking hater. Why don't we just do it as, like, an open letter? Like, we think that you're really, really talented.
We're getting on. We'll have him on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh,
I want to
fuck
get
yeah.
King Wizard on here. That'd be
Yeah, absolutely. Right, next episode, we're going to have Alexander, music producer, the person that we've just been fucking slagging off. We're going to have him.
I bet his real sound. If you're in a room,
I bet that he is, right?
without a well, we can't get him in a room with a camera.
Because then we could just say that we did a podcast with him, but no cameras.
CGI him in.
Yeah. It's alright, I'll just get like an Eggman gif.
Technology.
No, it's like, you are a really talented at what you do, but you just ruin yourself with all this.
Malarkey.
Yeah, with all of this malarkey. I don't know. So, influencers, Jakesy, did you find out how much they earn?
Yeah, between 41 and $41 and 3,100.
Well, that fucking narrows it down, doesn't it? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just Instagram sponsors, and there's plenty of other numbers for different social media platforms.
Good work, Andy.
Yeah.
But do you promise?
Yeah.
But do you promise?
It's on Google.
Treacherous!
Don't trust Google.
None of them make sense.
This cat's a maniac!
Right.
There we go.
I forgot what this one is.
Guess what?
Oh.
That's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah. Right.
Go on.
Every time I found out a good fact,
Guess what?
influencers earn on average over $3,138.
Right, anyway. Let's go on to right, so shall we go on to the mailbag? So we got some
Never done an episode, but we got mail.
the mailbag.
It's probably on.
Not the ball sack. Not the ball sack. The mailbag. Not the mailbag. The mailbag. Right. So I posted out on Instagram and yeah. And I asked for a few questions. Like obviously we'd only posted about this.
Any followers?
Yeah, we got not as much as Alexander, but we don't.
We don't pay for it.
But yeah, oh shit. But we don't pay for our followers, do we? So we just ride off of the.
Have we ever?
We've
never bought followers.
When you tried buying,
I have. I have, yeah.
can you move?
So when
How much were they?
MySpace,
What?
isn't it?
How much were they? Then we
Fiver.
can figure out how much Alex is earning, can't we?
right, so
Well, how much you spent?
right, so when me and Ben made our comic Peagle, I started a Facebook page for Peagle, and I went onto this website where you pay £10 to be on there for a week, and when you're on that website, people follow you in with the intention that you follow them back, right? So I paid £10 to
Blood for
go.
blood.
Yeah. So I paid £10 to go on this website, and it just fucking blew up. I got like 1,000 followers in like a day, and that was for like £10. And I was on it for a week, and then like after the week, there was like, "Would you like to resubmit?" And I was like, I don't feel very fulfilled
No,
with
it's just
these.
so empty, innit?
Yeah.
Just get like a load of fucking robots.
I was like, the first 5 minutes, I was like, "Fuck, I'm famous." But then after, do you know what I mean? But then I was like, "What's the point?" Because I'm still posting stuff like, "Oh, everyone fucking look at Man and Ben's comic Peagle," and I've got like 6,000 followers, but no one's fucking saying anything back. Like they're all just empty shells. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. We had quite a few on the.
That's the fame right
We had
there.
quite a few on the Krusty Crocs video, didn't we? The comments, just from like loads of supermodels, just saying, "I really need a boyfriend.
Yeah.
I really need a boyfriend." And
No,
just
right.
loads.
So like that wasn't me this time. That was just like that was just actual people. So when we uploaded the album onto,
I don't think it was actual people. It's some sort of.
well no, because there was 3 people from the same name saying, "Oh, you boys look sexy." Like, yeah,
You're not a real person.
no, yeah, fucking definitely not.
Some sort of AI.
Yeah, so like as like someone that's actually bought followers, like it does work and it's not that expensive.
So is it not real people? Like,
No.
what is it?
Yeah.
Literally just
It's
a
not.
number.
No, but the way you were doing it, and that was back in MySpace days
Yeah.
as well. That was different. It was like, yeah, you've got like for like, but why would you have to pay for that? Why isn't that just a weird community? Isn't it?
No, because if I just posted on something like my page and I like your page back,
Yeah.
then it wouldn't really take off. But if I went onto a place where everyone was like-minded and was looking for the same thing,
But they're all just looking for this like that.
yeah. But then, so it was definitely worth it for the money. But there wasn't fake. There was real people because I had to follow those people back Otherwise, they'd unfollow me.
Whereas a lot of the comments that I see on like all these influencers, that there's a lot of them. I've been down a rabbit hole and there's loads of these same beat makers from everywhere, and they've all got like inflated amount of followers to like what the likes get and stuff. And then a lot of the comments, once you go down a bit, like they're all real suspicious.
Like, yeah, it's
they're
like,
all like
when.
Great post, and it's just like so vague, and it's just like
it's like, you know, it's a fake post when it's vague and like they're not saying
Yeah.
anything about the actual thing.
yeah, it's like oh, you're really helpful
Yeah,
today. Thank
like
you for this. And
yeah,
it's just a selfie or
yeah,
something.
just like this was very good. Fire like emoji. Do you know?
Yeah.
It's just, you know, when it's
Oh, I'm sick of them all as well, where they talk and you have to like decode what they're saying because they all use these.
fucking like laughing faces and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, even like they're like no. Do you know how many times I go on Urban Dictionary, like no cap and finna and like
Yeah, yeah.
it's just
yeah.
constant. It's like what does it mean? And
Yeah.
it's just like hey guys, how you doing? But it's not. None of them words are said.
Yeah.
It's like rah, rah, rah. You do a real good fucking impression, don't you?
Yeah, well, so going back to
Don't want to hear it, but going back to
Alexander. Like I said, I fucking may as well link it because no one will fucking get this podcast, will they? But
I don't.
no.
You've seen him, huh?
So yeah, well, so I mean, for anyone that don't know, just an average influencer guy thing that we're just interested in.
Too close to home.
Yeah. So I went on like a secret mission because he posted a like post saying like if anyone wants to fucking be signed and like no, like he literally said like if anyone wants to like move to LA, just like send me 500 quid and I'll sort it.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey up. And I was like, right, okay. So I was like, I'm really interested in like being famous. I'm in a band called The Basilisks.
I actually like you do know we've gigged with him as the Basilisk before.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't catfish someone if you just tell him the truth.
But I thought that I'd be able to catfish him, right? Because even though that like I've actually met him,
You're just putting all this on as irony, aren't you? But you're just like desperate to get away.
I'm desperate to live in Hollywood, mate. Do you know what I mean? But I thought to myself, even though that I've met him in person like 10 years ago, his ego is that big that he won't know who I am. Do you know what I mean? Like he'll be so far past me. But so I basically sent him like a message saying, yeah, like I'll send you 500 quid. I'm in a band called The Basilisks. Could you make us famous? This is the link to our album. It's on Spotify. Listen to it. And he like listened to it and he was like, yeah, like this is pretty good shit, mate. And he was like, so have you got 500 quid? And I was like, yeah. And he was like,
He
fair.
did ask for the money pretty early up, didn't he?
Yeah. And then I was like, so like, how is this 500 quid actually gonna like make me go to Hollywood and stuff? But then it was like, would you be able to send me a video of yourself saying like who you are and like what kind of stuff you like doing? I was like, well, this is weird. And I was sat with Ben in pub and like I just got my phone out and I went like full on influence. I was like, yo man, my name's Chris. This is what we're like, yeah, I'm in a band called The Basilisk. We fucking jam pretty hard. Like, you know, just fucking saying shit.
Even though you told him you were from Hull.
Yeah, yeah.
And he already said he'd seen you in nightclubs before.
I told
And
him
he
that.
still just went with it, like, and fully expected him not to.
It's like, I told him
shocked.
that.
You'll never know.
He was just like,
I like told him that I was from England and then I just still did like a fake influencer American accent. And then I was like, yeah. I thought, right, I've fucking easily got away with this. Like, I've catfished him and that. And then after I like sent him like the video of my face, he messaged me back saying like, I'm sure that I know you. And I was like, fucking hell. And Ben was like, I told you so. And I was like, I did not think that he would actually recognise me. Because like I said, when your ego gets that big, I thought like you'd just be like, who the fuck's that guy? What? Yeah, so...
In fact, you've lost 8 stone since you last saw him as well.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, like, last time that I saw him, I was like 20 stone. And he still fucking recognised me. Right, any last words on Alexander, Ben?
I can't wait to see what you do next.
I think that we can all echo that sentiment.
Absolutely.
Right, so mailbag then, wasn't it? Let me just get me shit together. Yeah, so like I said, I've posted a few things out on the Instagram. If anyone listening for the next time that we do one wants to send anything in, like a question, like anything funny that you want us to talk about,
Used pants.
that's great. Used pants, yeah.
Yeah, put that PO box in the link in the description.
Right, so we'll start from...
We should get a PO box there. We should put the shit on that wall.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Right, so we'll start from the most boring one. Sorry, mate.
Is it me?
What are these? It's horse facts.
No, we've already done horse facts. It's not a full podcast of horse facts. Fucking wish it was. So
It's up to us, isn't it?
we've got the
Yeah.
first question. Pretty shit. How did you all meet, and when and where?
Well, I met Jake. He was just in my house one time when I was walking down. I was walking down my stairs. He was just like, just started talking about skating and.
I was just in his house and yeah, we both talked about skateboarding.
That was it. I remember exactly at the top of the banister,
Yeah.
and then met you in year 5. Well, I knew you before that.
No, not year 5. Was it?
Well, when we started hanging out, it was year 5.
Yeah. So, how old are you in year 5?
Like 9. We were 10 in year 6.
Yeah, about 9. So, me and Ben, was we in the same, like, reception class? So,
Yeah, we've always been in the same class.
So, we've been in the same, like, class at school since we was 5. But then we got mates when we was about 9.
Yeah.
Because we was talking about...
Diddy Kong Racing.
About Diddy Kong Racing, yeah, for the N64.
Yeah.
And then we've done... And then me and Ben worked on, like, loads of stupid shit over the years. We've had bands. We've done, like, comics and just literally just tried to do everything. And then Ben did something by himself called Squid Physics and then found success. So I was obviously the problem because everything else failed when I was involved. Yeah, and Ben met Jakesy because he was going out with Ben's sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was that? 15 years ago.
15 years ago.
So you was 18,
ago.
now I'm 18.
Oh, right, it can't be that far off. I
No.
was 15 years ago.
We didn't know Jakesy 5 years before we first started Basilisk.
I think you've got your numbers wrong.
Well, no, big.
I'm 33 now.
But if you're saying 15 years ago, right?
No, it was 13 years.
We started Basilisk 10 years ago, and there's no way that you was going out with Ben's sister for 5 years before we started Basilisk.
No, I think it was 13 years.
Right.
It's still a while, isn't it?
Right.
It was a rough.
So
I didn't think you'd
Ben met Jakesy
go
because
at me that hard.
Jakesy was going out with his sister, and then I met Jakesy because I was mates with Ben, and then me and Ben wanted to start a band after you left your old band with Sam and Tom, and Sam who's Ben is in with Release Bazakan.
Oh, he knows his law.
Yeah.
It was you who made up the name Squid Physics as well.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
so I actually came up with the name Squid Physics.
Do you remember how?
Yeah, because Ben's old band, Mermaids in the Basement, made a new song, and then they made a poll on MySpace to name the song, and I said, call it Squid Physics.
That's not how I remember it.
I thought it was too.
I thought it was to do with Skate 3.
Is it?
I'm sure we were playing Skate and we were just fucking falling off our board all the time. And you said, like, oh, it's proper Squid Physics. And I was like, that's a good band name.
Really?
Yeah, and we actually had a band called Squid Physics for a while, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, not a while. One band.
So
practice.
right, so then which came first then? Which came first? Because the way that I remember it is that Mermaids in the Basement wanted to name the song, and
And you just said that's a shit name for a song, don't it? Squid Physics.
well, it's a shit name for a fucking YouTube channel too.
Yeah, kind of is.
Yeah, no. So like, what I'm saying is like, which came first then? Was it me saying that to Mermaids, or was it me saying that
I don't
when
remember
playing
the
Skate
Mermaids
3?
thing at all.
Oh, don't you?
I just remember playing
Yeah.
Skate 3.
Well, anyway, I fucking invented it.
That maybe you did.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. 50%.
Yeah, so then 50% of your views.
We can have 50% of the views.
It's gonna take you a while.
You just need to contact YouTube and ask if they could just like half your numbers and just add someone to like. I'll just make a video. Just
Make a YouTube channel about like laying bricks and shit.
yeah.
I wish I never deleted all them old videos off my YouTube. Like the first video on the Squid Physics channel was him eating a sausage roll off the stairs, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it had like
That'd be
100,000.
alright.
It was your first viral
Oh
video.
yeah, it was
GoPro commented on it, didn't they?
yeah, it was did you post it on like Reddit first or something?
You did it all. I think you got it noticed by GoPro. It got
Yeah,
quite a lot
because
of views.
it was the you used like a Skyrim sound effect, so like going like
It
oh
was that VST.
Yeah,
like,
wait.
all
It was just loads of jet up, yeah.
yeah.
Loads of men going, what?
Yeah. I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
But yeah, it sounds
So
like
funny. Man, it had like 100,000 views by the time I deleted it.
So was that the first video
The
on?
first video on Squid Physics. And it was
Oh,
up there
you
for...
should have fucking kept it.
Like, the channel's now 10 years old, even though I've only been doing covers of more music for like 7 on it.
yeah.
But it's like 10 years old. But it's like, that there was a lot of videos on it that was now to do with music for a long... The Hype Butty and all that. We just made a big sandwich out of a load of shit.
Yeah. Well,
The what?
This is my number one chat plan at uni. It was like, do you want to see my viral video?
Was it?
oh really?
Absolutely won't.
Well,
Would have worked though, wouldn't it?
I was gonna say like, do you know, when like I'm at work and like there's people like showing me like YouTube videos, like I sometimes say to them, oh, like I'm in a YouTube video, like because like they'll like show me like their shit, and I say, oh yeah, like I'm in this one, and they're like, it's got 1 million views, mate, and I'm like, yeah, fucking. So,
So what the
I'm.
Banjo
I
Kazooie?
do the voice for Banjo in like his Banjo Kazooie video.
Is that the only one you're in?
I'm in Banjo Kazooie and I'm in Goosebumps.
Yeah, but I don't think you're actually in that, are you?
Yeah, because I go Goosebumps.
Oh, right. Are you in the video, though? Is it
Yeah.
just your voice?
No, it's me, but it's like really like dark and grainy because yeah.
I don't think I've ever been in any of your videos.
No, you're with Secret Andrew, aren't you? You're not allowed on screen.
You're not even in this fucking video.
Well, yeah.
He's just going to stand there. I'm going to get another shot of you with him. Let's get a few random shots of Andy. Just so you know what he's doing.
Right, so when we started this, Andy was meant to be like sat at that computer.
I knew this is what just walk about and chill. Just flexing.
He's just fucking. He's just walking about, off to go get a tinny.
He's just having a great time, isn't he? That's why we wanted him here.
Bit of immersion.
It's like I thought that Andy would be like really fucking shy. He wouldn't say a word.
I've 14, you know.
Like he wouldn't say a word. It'd be like me and you talking and be like, Andrew, would you be able to find this fact? And he'd be like real fucking meek about it, like, oh yes. But he's just been stood there.
Just looking over us.
He's just been stood there
Getting drunk, looking over us.
with like his hand on his hip saying, well, what I think, guys, is you need to look at the psychology of influencers. You know? It's like, whose fucking podcast is this?
Where's he gone?
It's like I thought that this was meant to be me and you having a serious chat. And him being like really
Oh, I knew it would end up like this.
fucking like fucking secret agent Andy. But he's been stood there just real like a mum, do you know what I mean? Just like walking in whilst he played a game.
Are you winning?
Are you winning, boys? So, what are you talking about? Influencers. Well, the thing what I learned about influencers. Right.
Oh, I hope he's having a good time.
Yeah.
Let's see if that's still running.
Is all good?
Yeah. We're at 55 minutes already.
Oh, sweet. Right, so I think I tried to get onto the mailbag about like about half an hour ago. But that's good though. That's good. So, like I'm saying for about the 10th time, what's our Instagram name? It's at the.basilisks on Instagram. So if any of you want to follow us, that don't follow us, and send us some shit, you can do. Oh no, I actually have done the mailbag, haven't I? Because the first one was how did we all meet?
No, that's as far as we got.
Yeah, right. So that's as far as we got. How do we all
Well,
meet?
we've got more than one question on it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
One. That's pretty cool. Isn't
Yeah.
it? Going places.
Well, yeah, but it's good that we got more than one question. But that was the only one from like an actual fan, right? So the next one's from Og,
Wait,
right? And
this better be good.
right, and I'm literally going to read this out. How he wrote it. Right.
Oh dear.
So is
You can't do it in one.
No, he won't be able to.
right.
He makes you turn dyslexic when you read when you read one of his texts. It's like gives his dyslexia to you.
It's like it's like
Fuck COVID. I'm spreading dyslexia everywhere.
it's like after you read one of his texts, you walk downstairs to go get some milk out the fridge and like open the oven because like you're just that fucking backwards. Right. So would you rather? Oh, right. So if you want me to read it how he never put B, he put he, right? So would you rather he slowly trampled?
Alright, changes a lot.
Yeah.
Go on.
So who is he? Because, right, do you know what I mean? Because this all depends. If this is a would you rather, I want to know who the he is. So would you rather be slowly trampled to death by a horse, and I mean slowly? Right. The horse is torturing you. Slowly pressing its hooves onto your chest so you feel every rib crack. And on your skull. So you feel it compress. Slamming down on your limb so it shatters your shins and muscles. You hands and feet.
I don't know where to start. What's the other option?
Whatever it is, it's
Yes.
Oh god. It's a countdown.
as it slowly presses its hooves on your chest.
It's hot.
Yeah. Oh god, right.
Good question, Sam.
Such a good question. Right. So you feel every rib crack on your skull. Feel it compress, slamming down on your limbs so it shatters your shins and mushes your hand and feet. Or die from a venomous snake bite by bleeding out of every orifice. Right. So then he adds you'd obviously choose the snake bite because you've like given a full-on lecture to how bad the horse
It's
is.
about him, though, innit? It's not about us. It's about he, not us.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Well, he don't care, does he? He just wants some attention. Now we just go on to the next one.
Right. No. Right. Okay. So, or die from a venomous snake bite by bleeding out of every orifice, and then he sends in a second message. I must add. I must add. You are trapped in a room with the snake, knowing it's going to bite you, but not knowing when. So it's tormenting you, showing you its fangs with a drop of venom hanging off it, then licking it away with a flick of its tongue. Right? Sounds pretty fucking.
So what's the bottom line? Trampled by a horse,
Or
bit
just
by a snake.
or bit by a
But
snake,
both of them are really
but you're
torturing you.
Well, yeah. So the horse sounds like he's actually torturing you because
It's more of a slur.
he's basically So it's a very slow death because he's not instantly killing you. He's making your hands and your muscles go to mush. But the snake is. But the snake is psychologically torturing you because the death is instant, but you don't know when it's coming. He's going like, kind of.
Just winding you up for it.
Yeah, just winding you up.
So you know the bite's coming, you just don't know when.
Yeah, the bite's coming. You just know when.
You have to be like, just give it to me.
Yeah, yeah. The death from
Not until you're ready.
the like death from the horse seems like it's definitely coming, but you're wanting it to hurry up. Do you know? What's like this horse though? Do you know? Like,
Problem he's got with you.
what's his fucking problem? And as well, it's like horses either go from like 0 to 100. Like they either fucking boot you with the legs or stamp on your head. But like this one,
Just putting pressure on you.
yeah,
On your
like
Adam's apple a bit.
yeah,
Just pushing it in.
it's like horses don't have that.
Like pinning you down.
Yeah, like like real horses don't have that kind of like muscle control where they can be like, yeah, like slowly doing it. It's either just banging you dead or just softy.
Well,
Yes, are we saying no,
horses or snakes.
horses or snakes?
We should have a tally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who wins this round?
yeah. So who wins? Does the person win that you don't want the death by? Yeah, because they're the strongest. Right, so horse wins then because we don't want to be killed by the horse.
Nah, fuck getting killed by a horse.
Yeah. Right.
Slow trampling.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to send a death by horse or death by snake
Dilemma.
and then we can basically give a tile.
So snake's winning.
No, horse is winning because.
He wondered.
What about snakes versus horses?
What do you mean?
You know, like that one with the ducks and the horse, but it's like, would you rather fight
One.
horse-sized snake? No, that's just a basilisk, isn't it? Well, that's a bit bigger than a horse.
Yeah. Right. So one
100
horse-sized snake or 100
snake-sized horses.
snake-sized horses.
That don't really work with.
For me-
it works with the ducks and horses.
No,
but not
for
with the snakes.
me,
you just have to stretch the horses, wouldn't you?
it's always like the 100 smallies because
Or the one big one.
yeah,
So one. So it's basilisk or 100 tiny horses, isn't it?
yeah, right. So the basilisk, you're like, right, yeah, fucking me and you, do you know, just like kind of getting ready for the fight. Just go bang, that's it, you're dead. Just bites your head off. Like when you've got those like little ones.
Yeah, but you've never seen 100 small horses.
How do you know? No, but it's like 100 little ones. Yeah, fair enough. They could all thing at you, but then you just one off, snap it. Another one off, snap it. Like at least you could actually manage it.
You can't snap a snake. They don't work that way. They don't just.
Well, yeah. So I'm more thinking about like the
Oh no, wait.
horses to snap.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So it would be the horses that I snap.
Just picking them up. And
Horses, you can easily snap a horse. In this,
in this day and age.
yeah, yeah. So, but how would you, like? So that's how I'd basically kill like the little ones with like the old snap because they're little. But how would you kill like the fucking big one?
What the big snake?
Yeah,
We've seen Harry Potter.
if we're doing like the horse and the duck, how would you kill a big duck?
But it's different when it's a duck because that's the question, isn't it? That people already do that question. That's
Yeah.
like a famous question.
Can a duck that big fly?
Normal ducks can't fly, can they? I thought they could
ducks
only hover.
When you hold on to the
Well, no, but like they can fly, but not like full on for the winter, can they? Like I thought they could only go from like. I thought they could only fly to like the next village. Do you know?
still flying, isn't it?
Yeah. So what are you thinking about then?
I was thinking of like just going near the edge of a cliff and just like in a bit, just a quick side step and then it's off in it. If it was like a basilisk or something, it's just like
It's just
Get out of the way.
But like snakes are slow. By the time that you've sidestepped, it'll
What
just.
if it goes for you? And then you wait for it to strike.
Okay, but what if you're not fighting it on a cliff? You have to lure it to one. Like if you're fighting it here,
Say this was gonna be easy.
if you're fighting it here, you have to.
It depends where it is.
You have to
doesn't
go
it?
like 30 miles to Wiv without that snake chasing you, so you can get to the nearest cliff.
Hey,
And they're not very high cliffs over there either. It's
No.
just gonna go down.
Yeah. Right, should we go on to the next one then?
Did we answer that one?
yeah. Next.
Well, no. What? So the horses are well.
No,
like,
that was just a different question anyway.
I just think I always go for small.
Always go for small.
And then we got another one. Off of Aaron Wedgner.
Would
Oh,
you?
Yeah.
I was thinking about Dan Kent earlier.
Yeah.
And all I was thinking was, I'm just going to mention Dan Kent at some point in the night.
He's done it.
And that was it. That was it, but it was actually relevant.
Handed to you on a plate, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Right. So it's right. So I would like to know your plans on if you was to actually steal the clock and like to actually make a plan to steal the clock, what would you do? And how would you make sure that it wasn't caught, and where would you keep the clock? So for anyone that doesn't follow us on Instagram, I explained it the other day because all of our songs, you won't know what they're about because they're all just personal jokes. So We've Got the Dog is a song about when was you there for when we stole the dog?
I was.
Was you?
Yeah.
Right. So me, Ben, and Jakesy.
Start of the band, wasn't it?
Orange.
Yeah. So me, Ben, and Jakesy was walking home drunk.
I think there was a few. I think there was like
There was a crew. There was about 8 of us. Yeah.
Oh, really?
quite a few people.
Yeah.
Who else?
Just a fucking Willoughby crew, wasn't it? And then of the back of Willoughby, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then
Right. So
well done.
we was walking.
Oh, yeah.
We was walking home and was all drunk, and we stole a concrete dog ornament,
Staffy.
a staffy, from
Bull
a Staffordshire Bull Terrier from somebody's
Just
garden.
research. How much does one of them concrete dogs cost?
Yeah, all right, okay. Because I feel fucking guilty about it. I really do.
You know what? They're way more than I thought. I think I've looked this up.
It's rock solid concrete, man.
So we was walking home drunk, and we stole out of someone's front garden an ornament concrete staffy dog. And then we was being real obnoxious about it, walking home with it, like going like, "We've got the dog, we've got the dog." Started chanting, "We've got the dog." And then we made a joke the next day in our town where we all used to live. One day on the roundabout in the middle of the town, they erected a big clock, and we was all like, "What the fuck's that big fucking clock doing there?" Like they just put a clock up. So we said next time that we get pissed and we steal something, we'd steal the clock. So that's where the song "We've Got the Dog" come from.
The clock's big though. It's bigger than it looks in the
Yeah,
picture.
yeah.
It's about it's taller than this room.
Yeah, so the clock is probably about like half size of an house or something.
Half the size of an house.
Yeah. Like first floor?
Yeah, but that makes it sound miles bigger, doesn't it?
Is it not that big?
No, well, yeah, it is. I reckon that the actual structure on top. We'll put a picture of it. Or just
Yeah.
But
So
the top of it's quite chunky, isn't it?
Yeah. So like the actual clock, yeah, probably about as high as this
there's no way
ceiling.
you're nicking it, like unless it's a proper fucking.
So what we saying then, Jakes?
Staffordshire Bull Terrier,
Yeah?
concrete,
Yeah?
minimum 30 quid.
But do you promise?
minimum 30 quid. That's cheap.
Yeah, and looking at the picture of the clock, it's I'd say it's pretty fucking big, but I reckon we could get it in the back of the room still.
No,
Right.
it's
Top.
so big.
No, it's
Really?
too big.
You'd have to chop it like
Right,
half.
so-
Wait, it's bigger than it looks if you stood right next to it. Because no one ever goes up to it close. It's in the middle of a roundabout, isn't it?
Jakesy, I'm sure that dog cost more than 30 quid. Because the reason why I feel really guilty about it now, obviously, back then I was like a teenager and I was like, oh yeah,
Really interested in
like it's really funny to steal someone's garden ornament. But since I've got older and I've started like, going for walks around garden centres and stuff, when I see those fucking concrete dogs, they're like 100 quid minimum.
A really?
That's like
Yeah, but we I remember we actually said
when you see them, that's like a big investment. Do you know? Like, I want to get a nice concrete dog for my garden,
A nice
and,
concrete
and we just took that away in a
No,
whim.
but we said we weren't going to steal it. We said we were going to return it, didn't we?
But we didn't.
No, we didn't. We didn't. It was still in mine.
Space smashed off, didn't it?
No, it got split in half, but I don't think
All right, well that's okay. When did it get split in half?
it was in 2 bits for the last 5 years of Derry Moor.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Someone drew, what did you draw? Rachel's face on it, didn't you? From Peagle.
No, probably.
Oh, really? Right. So
Probably.
Andrew can't do his
Yeah.
job, so I'm going to find out.
Just checking.
Concrete dog staffy shopping.
We talked about we've got the dog now. Have we put it on here?
175 quid.
100.
175 quid. Right. So
Show me. I'm not having that. Is it bronze?
Yeah.
what?
Are you on
But
bronze?
do you promise?
You could have just said that. It's your voice. There's the problem with this. It's all our voices. Isn't it?
Yeah.
We can just all do it.
Yeah, and I think we only keep picking our own.
No. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. That one was bronze, but
A bronze dog. We've got
Yeah.
the bronze dog. That's
Yeah.
the well, because it's like the Age of Empires. We wear concrete,
concrete
work up,
bronze
steel.
I know, we're not,
steel dog.
we're not past Stone Age yet.
No, we've done the Stone Age. What's next? Iron.
Iron Age,
We've got the
Bronze
iron.
Age.
We-
2 classes wrong. 170 quid.
Fuck off, Andy. Right. Yeah. So yeah. So we've got the dog. Was about us stealing a dog and wanting to steal the clock in Willoughby. So, if you was gonna actually steal the clock from the middle of the
You
roundabout,
need a chainsaw.
chainsaw.
You what? How else are you gonna fucking snap the cunt?
I want to steal it. I don't want to snap it. Right. So,
Just 2 foot. What?
chainsaw. That's gonna make so much noise.
You're cutting
You'd get away with
you're
it.
essentially cutting down a lamppost in the middle of Willoughby Square.
Right. Okay. So rather than getting a chainsaw and at fucking 3 in the morning, fucking like, right. So fucking right. So part of the question was how would you steal it and how would you not get caught? Ben says chainsaw. Right. That's gonna
That's
make
the quickest way of getting through it.
No, it's
You got
not.
some sort of plasma cannon.
it's not JCB.
What? Roll Mersey on down to Willoughby Square and it's
Mersey No, right. So I thought a lot about this, right? So the perfect time is about 2 in the morning because any earlier people are still up, any later people are waking up for work.
So it's the middle of the night.
Yeah, so like middle of the night, 2, 3 at push. You rent a JCB the previous day for some work on your
I
house.
don't know if you can just get one.
You can rent a JCB. You can. Right. What do you mean? Is that like a yes or no?
How much is
Someone
JCB rental?
Someone
Do your job.
Someone rents a JCB for 1 day, and then the cameras see a JCB.
What cameras? There's no cameras in Willoughby.
Yeah, there will be. You can't make that kind of statement.
There's no cameras in Willoughby.
Yeah.
Surely there's some cameras in the middle of Willoughby.
Right.
Which way, right, when
See
you've
a
got...
JCB.
Let's skip forward a bit, because like, when you get the clock on the fucking front... How are you cutting it down?
right.
You
So
can't just
no.
scoop it out the ground with a JCB.
No.
JCB.
So I'm not cutting it out. I'm just getting a clean dig under the foundations because
Just rip the wires out and all that, yeah.
yeah,
Just go through it.
because that clock won't be like going underground. It'll just be a nice little foundation
Right,
thing.
you've got 5 exits on Willoughby Square. Which one do you take?
Right.
One
Well,
of them goes past the cop station.
so one of them goes past police station. One of them goes up the big
That's
flyover.
it, Carlin. They're expecting you to go up Beverly.
No, so what I would do... No. No, right. What I would do is... I wouldn't drive the JCB back home, right? When I woke up the next morning, I would ring the company. I'd say, someone fucking hit the JCB last night. So the JCB is out of my hair, right? Someone nicked it last night. I would leave the JCB, the digger, I would leave it at the scene of the crime. And after I'd basically dug the clock up, I would just under the arm it.
Under the arm.
You don't know how big it is, man. It's massive, that clock.
Like, how much do you reckon it weighs?
About the same as a car.
About the same as a car?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
It's like a lamppost. It's as big as a lamppost. Like, can you just carry a lamppost down the street on your arm? Like a skateboard?
I don't know how much lampposts weigh. Jexy, see
How much the lamppost weigh?
Jexy. Search it.
How much does a lamppost weigh? Oh, I'm glad we got you involved. I really need a piss. I'm going to just go over it.
How much does a lamppost weigh? Come on. How many kilograms? I will take a rough estimate.
I don't think I'm getting much in the way of information. I'm getting prices and sizes, but I'm not getting weights.
Right, okay. Fuck that. How much does it cost to rent a JCB? Because this is how much the clock's worth for me. How much we have?
Guess what?
Let's have a look. Download brochure.
This is really good dead air, isn't it? Jake's looking on the JCB Digger website.
Dead air? Are you kidding? It's suspense.
Suspense air. Jake's is just seeing how much it costs to rent a J.
Fuck knows. 600 quid a day. That's my guess.
You're the worst fucking...
What's that? How much a lamppost weighs? 600 quid a day.
So, his research, right? I asked how much it is to rent a JCB. He just went onto jcb.com, looked at a load of pictures of JCBs and went,
About 600.
600 quid a day.
Right, so, okay.
Right, so I'd rent the JCB, I'd roll on down there
You got
from...
600 quid?
Yeah. So, yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to advertise this new, like, credit card on this podcast. 600
Shall we
quid.
try and get endorsement from it?
Do you know what? We should do that.
Actually do it.
We should do that as a thing to, like, actually see whether you do need to be someone or not to do it. And then if we get 600 quid for it, well, then we'll rent a JCB.
And steal the clock.
Yeah.
It's not too late.
No. But yeah, so what I'd do is I'd rent a JCB and then I'd, as Ben said, mosey on down there at about 3 a.m, dig up the foundations. I would ring Matty.
But a chainsaw makes too much noise, but a JCB digging up the foundations won't make any noise.
No, well, less.
It'd be quick.
Less noise. And if anyone...
And then you just...
One scoop,
No,
you're
but
up there.
right, okay, right. So this is the thing. Put yourself in the mind of someone that doesn't want to get caught, right? If you hear a noise outside your window at 3 a.m. and you put your head out and there's a JCB doing some work on the roundabout, you'd be like, well, that's a bit early, but it's obviously the council,
The
innit?
disguise route. You never mentioned like a high-vis vest or anything.
Yeah,
You
but then if there's just fucking Ben, do you know, wearing his fucking t-shirt with loads of fruit on it, fucking with a chainsaw on the clock, you're gonna ring the police, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? But I'm up there with me like JCB and that.
You got your eye vis on.
Yeah, and I'll ask like Matty.
I think
Clean the window.
there's a better way. I still think there's a better way.
Right, go on then.
You get someone, whoever's got the fastest car, like the most power. in it,
Who's got the fastest car? What, you
Get
fucking 7?
Get a rope. Fucking get a rope, tie it to the top, near the top.
Yeah, that's actually...
And just bees down Kingston Road, just down, and it'll whip it out the ground, and it's gonna fucking follow you all about. Yeah, go back to yours.
That's actually a pretty
That's
good
the way
idea.
to get the clock. Like this, yeah.
I like the 3 a.m. idea. I'll take that.
The what?
The 3 a.m. idea.
Right, who made you like the fucking guru of
Right, so,
saying
yeah,
like who's
he gets
right?
to judge our ideas now.
I'm gonna say man.
Just
Oh,
look
right,
at the
go
way
on.
that he's sat there real... Right, okay, you get 2 points for that.
No, I want to wait Jake's idea now. Go on.
So, all black, balaclava. Just a pair of tin snips.
A tin snip. The fuck's a
Make
tin
my way
snip?
around. I'm not in a rush. can see me.
Why?
Actually, that's genius, really.
What?
It's like Shawshank Redemption, innit? Just do a bit every night. Just the one day Andy, he's
Right.
called Andy as well, isn't he? Andy stole the clock. It took him 50 years.
And they do for air.
Every time I go to Sainsbury's for some like sausages and eggs or something, do one snip
Yeah.
and carry on.
Yeah.
Do one snip, like you got to do a snip on a clock, and also right.
Tin snips.
Okay, so
Yeah, they're for snipping.
right. Okay,
I
so
think it's made out of-
right. So let's
What's the clock?
right. So let's say that it takes like 100 snips. So you're saying like on basically.
More than 100 snips.
Okay, so let's say that it takes 100 snips. So like after snip 99, you think that clock's just gonna stand there fine until you come and do the last snip. Like the weaker that it gets, just one random day, like a bird's gonna fly past it too fast or something, and then like the clock goes
Yeah,
over.
then he won't get any blame, will he?
Well, no, but he also loses the clock.
Yeah, so clock
because
bust.
yeah.
I'll just do it.
Who are we getting the clock for, Aaron? Is it because Aaron wants the clock?
Oh, no.
Why don't he go and nick it himself?
No.
I really hope he still lives in a terrace house off Brunny Ave. We'll just dump that in front of him.
There's your fucking clock.
His fucking landlord goes mental.
How much do I owe you?
No, so
fucking ask.
I think that part of the question was if you stole the clock, where would you keep it?
In the room still.
In here. Put it. We
Well,
should get it for
yeah.
here.
All right then. Next episode, you'll see.
It's massive.
We did it.
Yeah,
Jakesy with his fucking tin
it'll
snips.
either be next episode or in about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. What? So you reckon 4 or 5 years worth of tin
For the tin
snips?
snips,
If
I
he's
think
taking
it'll
the
go well.
Andy Dufresne
Yeah.
route.
It depends how good.
Or just do it in a fucking wanna with a JCB.
I can either invest in some nice tin snips or get some cheap ones. So that could
Which is going to be 600 quid. Chainsaw's got a
I
cost.
am paying 600 quid for some tin snips.
I think chainsaw and a fast car. You're out of there. Anyway, we got any more questions?
So you'd keep it in your car or what?
Yeah, in the car. Just in the
It won't go in.
Just
in
the top. I don't want to. I just want the clock.
in the
I don't
boot.
want the lamp,
You know what I thought
though.
though?
I feel like it fit perfect.
Like, because it is like a working clock in it, but it's like a lamppost. Like, where's it wired to? Do you know, like, where's it plugged in?
Big Ben.
But it's if we nicked it, would we be able to get it working? Is there like a USB on it? You know,
What?
Via USB.
do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was off USB.
Right, so we've got that off of Aaron. That's all the questions that we had. So it would be good to get some more next week. Do you want to spin the wheel?
Yeah, but we just talked about the song. We said we were going to spin it and talk about the
and
song.
talk,
We just talked about
right.
Oh, is that actually relevant?
Right.
It was, yeah.
So shall we just?
I thought it was still you.
We can
No.
still spin it and see if
I thought
what
it
we
was
could have
still
said.
the Zakin wheel.
No, it's
It's been changed.
just this horses and snakes.
So-
I don't want to spin it because the first two things I see is horses and snakes.
Right. So shall we just?
Just spin again.
So the
Well,
what?
the idea was just to talk about a song.
Yeah. So the idea was to spin this wheel at the end and then talk about whichever song it lands on, and then we'll rub it out the next time that we do one.
Then
It will be
play-
the same.
Play the song at the end like a radio show.
Yeah.
It's because we got an album out in it. That's why I'm just trying to. Wait. Andy, sit down. Andy, do you know what we should answer one time? That age-old question from that video that we've got in Vegas. The HD bongos.
Yeah, the HD bongos.
HD Donkey Kong bongos.
I just think.
Technology's
We'd have to play it. We'd
Yeah.
have to play it first though to see if anyone can decode it.
Yeah, but like now everyone will be like, oh well, obviously 4K is the thing. Like HD, that's shit. So we'll need to rewrite it for the ages. So
Yeah.
is there anything else that you guys wanted to touch on, or like how long have we been rolling
Have a look.
for like a first episode? Should we call this a day?
I don't think we're gonna get any better now, are we?
No.
Done an hour and a half.
An hour and a half. That's not bad for a first episode, is it? Yeah, so
Spin.
shall we just have a spin anyway?
Right, is this to...
So whichever one it lands at, we'll use this song to play out the episode.
Is this going to be in shot?
So
We got the dog. There we go.
This cat's a maniac!
that's good. So that's worked out.
So we've done week
We've
one.
got the dog. Start playing it now in the edit. Thanks for listening to We Talk About Horses and Snakes, a Basilisk podcast. We hope you've enjoyed it. It's a bit weird being a first episode. We don't really know what we're doing yet, but we've had a laugh. My name's Mr. Moon. Ben. Andy. Off camera. In a bit.
We've got the dog! We've got the dog!